It's also known as a stress hormone.
Nice.
What's going on, guys? Eubank here, coming at you with another YouTube video. Today's going to be a little bit different of a video. I'm going to be teaching you guys the best tips that I've learned doing some research on how to increase your natural testosterone levels. Now, I got my testosterone levels tested about a month or so ago when I was on a cut. So they're going to be lower when you're on a cut because your body cortisol. I'll get into that later in this video. But the normal range is 300 to around 1100 nanograms per deciliter for a teenage guy like myself, around 20 years old, and I was at 461. So I'm on the lower end of the normal scale. Technically, what's crazy is I could double my natural testosterone levels, like completely double my testosterone levels I already have, and still be in the natural range, which is crazy to me. If I'm able to get a physique like this already with that, I wonder what I could get if I doubled it. All right, so before we really get in the whole video, I'm about to go get some food. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna go get to eat. I've changed up my diet completely because I'm trying to increase my levels naturally. So I kind of cut out a lot of processed stuff. I'm doing a lot more greens, a lot more fruits, a lot more whole foods instead of I don't go to fast food anymore. I try to cut out as much dairy as I can other than Greek yogurt. I'll show you guys. Let's go get into it. All right, so I got kava as always with the pita. So the biggest thing when going out to get foods is it's usually fast food's the biggest thing. So I like to stick to things like Mexican food or Mediterranean food. This is Mediterranean food. So the good thing about the Mediterranean food is it got hummus in here, cucumbers, tomatoes, pickled onions, a bunch of vegetables, super greens, kale, all that stuff. So it's really healthy. The biggest thing when it comes to producing natural tests is fixing your micronutrient intake. I'm going to go over that later on in this video. Alright guys, so I'm going to start getting into how to improve your natural testosterone levels as much as you can. As soon as I found out my results from my test, I was kind of disappointed. So I did a ton of research to try to find out the best ways I can do it naturally because I want to stay as a natural athlete. I don't want to look into TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, and anything like that. So real quick, symptoms of low testosterone. Low sex drive, libido, and stuff like that. You just don't have, you're not always thinking about, usually a normal male is gonna have sexual thoughts and like that a lot of the time. If you're not having that and your sex drive is low, it could be a symptom of low test. That's really common. Another one is low energy and a lot of fatigue throughout the day. That is a big indicator of low testosterone levels. You struggle with sleeping, you're sad, depressed, stuff like that. Your hormones are out of whack. But yeah. So the biggest thing when it comes to trying to improving your natural testosterone levels is focusing on your micronutrient intake. So many of us have micronutrient deficiencies, things like vitamin D, zinc, all that stuff, which are crucial to helping your body build and utilize testosterone, and they're very important. So people always neglect that. So that's the biggest part. So I'm gonna go over the vitamins and minerals, whatever, that are most important for developing testosterone levels naturally. All right, I'm gonna list them up real quick. Vitamin A, vitamin B3, B6, vitamin D3, zinc, magnesium, calcium, vitamin K. There's this thing called boron, which I just found today doing all these studies. I saw some good stuff on boron that I'm going to leave to go to the vitamin shop and get me a supplement for boron right after I record this video. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, so basically what vitamin A does can help you metabolize and utilize the fats. If you don't know, you need to eat fats. You need fats and lipids in your body in order to utilize testosterone. You need to have fats. It's just how it works. Vitamin B3 has been shown to help out with growth hormone. B6 lower and control estrogen levels. Estrogen is counteractive to testosterone. You don't want to have good high estrogen. Estrogen is a female hormone. You want the lowest estrogen and higher testosterone. So B6 helps with estrogen control. D3, there's a ton of people in this world that are deficient in D3. I was deficient in vitamin D3. I supplement with 5,000, whatever it is today. I have it now. 5,000 IUs a day now. Vitamin D3. Honestly, apparently on paper, vitamin D3 is like a steroid. It's like a legal steroid technically. It doesn't even count really as a vitamin because it helps with so many things in your body. So if you don't take vitamin D3 already, get on it. It's probably one of the best micronutrients when it comes to boosting your natural testosterone levels. Zinc helps boost testosterone as well. Magnesium, free testosterone. Zinc is also a really big deficiency in males, and it's also very crucial to developing testosterone. I take a ZMA supplement every night before I go to bed, which is zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6, I believe, and it's supposed to help with the production of natural testosterone. So if you don't have a ZMA supplement, look into that. When I looked up the first thing about boron, it says it's used for building strong bones, treating osteoarthritis, aid for building muscles and increasing testosterone levels, and improving thinking skills and muscle coordination. Who doesn't want all that? So like I looked a little bit more into it, and they gave it to females in one study, and it like doubled their testosterone levels. They gave it to males as well, and it still increased it, not doubled it, but like increased it by a decent amount. Also, it helped control estrogen. So that's why I'm going to the store to go get me a boron supplement right after this, because I think out of all the micronutrients, the most important things I have gotten on to start taking is vitamin D3, the zinc, magnesium, vitamin B6, the ZMAs, and then borons might be my next one up. So I'm gonna go try that out. All right, so when it comes to foods to try to help you get these micronutrient intakes, you should also always be taking a multivitamin. You need to get a multivitamin a day. Foods, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, leafy greens like spinach, kale, lean meats, chicken, turkey, you know, lean steaks and stuff like that. Fish. Salmon is going to be great for boosting testosterone because of the healthy omega, like the fats in it, the omega-3s, whatever it is. Those are going to be crucial for building testosterone. So fish is good. Mushrooms, eggs, especially with the yolk. You need the yolk because of the fats in the yolks can help with the test. Eggs, bell peppers are also great. So basically eating like pure good foods from the earth is going to be crucial for that. Now there's this hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is a catabolic hormone. It is the killer of gains. I've talked about it in multiple videos. You want the lowest cortisol because this is how it's like a scale. You got like testosterone and cortisol. Higher testosterone's going, the lower you can have your cortisol. But if you get that cortisol going up, your tests are going to start going down. So you gotta want to. It's also known as the stress hormone. Cortisol is also known as the stress hormone. Basically, when you have like all panic attacks and like adrenaline rushes and like you're freaking out, you're stressing out over stuff, you know, heart's beating fast, you're gonna have your adrenal glands releasing cortisol, and it's bad for you. It's gonna eat away your muscle. Basically, what it does, it like goes to like your muscle tissue. Your body thinks like you're in a fight or flight situation. So this hormone, it breaks down your like muscle tissues to help form the proteins and the carbs, like for fuel and energy and stuff like that. So you don't want cortisol. Best ways to control your cortisol levels is to lower your anxiety, lower your stress. The ways I recommend for that is getting an ashwagandha supplement. I'm gonna show you mine right here, and a GABA supplement. GABA has been shown to help increase serotonin levels. Ashwagandha has been shown to decrease cortisol, increase testosterone. So I take these all the time, like every day. Help with anxiety. I also say you should look into meditation if you are not religious. Definitely meditation for me. I go into prayer and worship, stuff like that. Anything that's going to increase your serotonin where you're feeling happy and the good feelings is going to be really good for lowering cortisol. So make sure you're doing some type of good activity that's going to help with that. If you're one who plays a ton of video games and you're always getting stressed out about the game, stop. That's something I had to work on because that's going to make your cortisol go crazy. So make sure you work on that, work on your stress, work on your how you respond to stressful situations and stuff like that. But yeah. Oh, another thing. So I got NitroFlex claims to boost testosterone. They got an ingredient in here called calcium fructoborate, and they claim that it boosts tests. Apparently, in a study, it said that I think it boosted it by 30% free testosterone rates after consistent use of it. So this is what I use for my pre-workout, just because I like it as a pre-workout formula, but it's also supposed to boost tests. Now, I'm sure you're saying like, oh, does that count as being natural and stuff like that? Yes, you gotta understand, like I said earlier in this video, vitamin D3 is basically a steroid. It depends on what you classify natural as, right? The way I see being unnatty is if you take SARMs, PEDs, if you take like Tren, Anavar, like any of those stuff is not natural. You should know in your heart what is natural and what's not natural. If you gotta go through some sketch guy to get something that's illegal, it's not natural and you shouldn't be taking it. If you know, yeah. So that's my take on it. All right, so now I got a scientific study for you guys. When it comes to eating carbs and fats, you need to understand that the most important macro when it comes to boosting your test is not protein. It is carbs and fats. So I got a study here. Testosterone concentrations in 7 normal men were consistently higher after 10 days on a high carb diet than during a high protein diet, and were accompanied by parallel changes in sex hormone binding globulin, whatever that is. Basically, you need to have higher carbs. Higher carbs has also been shown to decrease cortisol levels. When you're really restricting your carbohydrates to your body, you're going to be in more stressful situations. That's why I recommend refeeds, for example, when you're in a really big cutting phase, because it really helps with that. So make sure you're eating your carbs. Carbs are not bad for you. Just make sure you don't go crazy eating 500 grams of carbs a day. For me personally, like right now I'm shooting for like 300. Also, I got another study that shows that having a higher fat diet is going to help you. Total testosterone increased significantly in the whatever that means diet. Basically what that was, they had a group that had a lower carb diet and a group that did like keto, super high fats, versus a group who did like no fats and only carbs. And the group who had like the really high fat diet was the one who increased testosterone levels significantly, 118 nanograms per deciliter, as compared to the one who lost 36. So basically what that says is fat is the ultimate most important macro when it comes to building your testosterone naturally. And after that is carbohydrates, and then after that is protein. Make sure you're getting your 1 gram per pound of body weight to build lean muscle mass. Yeah. So the other little side tips is going to make sure you're lifting weights. Obviously, that's like a simple one. Lifting weights has been shown to increase testosterone levels, increase growth hormone, decrease cortisol levels, help your body better respond to stress. When you do have those stressful situations, your body's going to be able to kind of reset its hormones quicker, just to being under, that's how it works when you go to the gym all the time. Also, cut out as much dairy as you can. It's been shown in some studies that people who eat a lot of dairy have way more estrogen in their body than people who don't. So because of it, that's really bad. Obviously, you don't want the estrogen. So I try to stay away from dairy. If I do have dairy, I go to Greek yogurt, and I try to cut out like the sour cream. I try to cut out all cheeses and stuff like that. And I switched up regular milk for almond milk. So simple things like that will help you go a long way. So stay away from super processed foods. That should be pretty plain and simple. The more you stick to foods and whole foods from the earth, the better your hormones are going to be in general, because they add so much extra stuff that shouldn't be in a lot of these processed foods, and it's going to really mess up with your hormones. Thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube video. Hope you guys learned something from it, enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like this video, comment down below, subscribe, turn the bell notification on if you haven't already. Stay tuned for all the updates I got coming up. I've been getting so much love and support lately on everything. Make sure you check out my Instagram, Alex_Eubank15. I posted a picture and I made this wall in my basement that has all the people who have DM'd me or commented on my videos telling me how I've inspired them and motivated them, and it's truly amazing. That's been motivating me like crazy lately, so I absolutely love that. Yeah, thank you for watching this YouTube video. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I want to show you guys something real quick. Something I worked on a little bit last night. I only did like an hour's worth of it, so there's so much more I need to add. I'm going to show you real quick. Alright, so here we're in the home gym. So these white ones are TikTok comments I've received only up till September 10th until recently, so there's a ton more I need to add because I'm going to try to finish this whole wall. Basically what it is, the black ones are from Instagram DMs. Basically what it is, it's messages you guys have sent me telling me either how I've inspired you, how I've helped you with your journey with Christ, how I motivate you, how you look up to me as maybe a role model, and this is the stuff that inspires me, because I used to work out just for myself, but now I do everything I do just for you guys. Now I'm at this point of life where I'm genuinely able to help people out that actually need it, and I'm having an impact on people who went through the same things I did, and it's kind of like, it's a way where I can show you that, if you're going through something really hard, just understand it's not going to last forever, because there's always a reason you're going through something. God will always use your pain for His purpose.